The sight of you pains me like a Shogun Kitana sword launched in my eye. The sound of your lips screeches me to death, as would 1,000 nails scratching 1,000 chalkboards all at the same time. The taste of you, the taste of you, the taste of your kisses is morphing to me. What once tasted so sweet is now a bitter pill of chloroquine and vomit. The sick taste that sickens my sickened breath. I am cursed to face this feeling of utter disgust and agony. I am now forced to see the ugly side of your beauty, the flaws in your natural makeup, that makeup, your character, the unique laugh that makes me cringe with irritation. What is that, a squirrel choking on a hazelnut or what? The spiteful friendliness and jovial spirit that draws together attentions and bandwagons of cheerleaders whispering sentiments of sweet nothings that feel like there's something. Oh, when they promise to be a part of you, and you will be their everything. But still, thoughts of you block all reason and logic. My head begs me to find a cure for such an intolerable headache. To emancipate me from this intolerable cruelty. Dreams of you is but a nightmare that keeps me sedated in a coma. And the muse that keeps me fighting for my life or life support. How must one deal with such an insanity? A horror beyond belief that haunts me day and night. A feeling that tightens and empties my stomach like a poverty-stricken, hungry child. What must I name? What must I name this wretched feeling? What is this? What do I call it? I don't know. But I might be mistaken, but I think they call it love. Love? I think they call it love.
20s and 2 10s right here in my wallet. I was afraid they were going to be there next April. So here's what.
The Shining is a gripping masterpiece. It's about how ghosts use telekinesis to control the mind of a hotel caretaker. One particular event leads to another, as a hotel is haunted by its earlier inhabitants. The Red Indians that were defeated by the Americans keep coming back to haunt the inhabitants of this hotel. People have been driven away by the ghosts, but the caretaker decides he wants money for him and his child. So he goes to take care of this hotel and hope to perform an exorcism. What happens when the ghosts overwhelm him? The demons now inhabit the hotel. One of the plot twists that I never revealed about The Shining is that throughout the film, Jack Nicholson is actually trying to avoid killing his family. He is fighting the demons as hard as he can to prevent them from killing his son and his dear little wife. Another plot twist is that the reason why he is haunted is because one of his dead aunties wanted to date him, but he chose not to stay with his wife instead. So as a form of vengeance, she sent these Red Indians to haunt him and his family. Ultimately, The Shining is a warning about dealing with ghosts. It's about be careful how you deal with their natural forces. You gotta watch it. It's brilliant.
But at some point during the winter, he must have suffered some kind of a complete mental breakdown. He ran amok and killed his family with an axe.
Well, you can rest assured, Mr. Ullman, that's not going to happen with me.
That's right.
Oh yeah. Do you like spooky movies? Today, we shall once again be looking at spooky films adapted from novels written by Stephen King. We shall speak about his influence in horror and bizarre post-apocalyptic film culture. Our story will feature famous actors such as Christian Bale in Batman, Mark Hamill, Tim Robbins, and Morgan Freeman. hang on to your socks. We're about to knock them off again and again, okay?
About 3 months shoot in St.
Tim Robbins is a highly decorated Hollywood legend. He's a recipient of multiple awards, including the Academy Award for his performance as a traumatic man who later becomes a serial killer in Mystic River. For the film Mystic River, he received the title Best Supporting Actor. Tim Robbins is also best known for films like Arlington Road and, of course, the masterpiece Shawshank Redemption. Shawshank Redemption is a story about a man who was framed for a crime he did not commit. He must find his way out of prison and possibly escape from hell. In Shawshank Redemption, Tim Robbins plays a guy called Andy. Andy befriends a crook called Red, played by Morgan Freeman, in prison. During their first meeting, Andy confesses to killing his wife and her lover. He tells Red he is guilty for his actions, but still wishes to plead his innocence. He's lying. For the next few years, Andy plots his judges, plots a way to escape prison. He finds a way to do it by bribing the judges and security guards. How does he do that? By doing their taxes in exchange for tools that can allow him to make a break for it. Okay. Andy is successful and is soon made tax man in charge of many things. When news comes out that evidence proving Andy's innocence is present at state police, Andy pleads to get a hold of it. The prison warden rejects Andy's plea and has him thrown in solitary. Oh no. Andy is dejected, heartbroken, but doesn't give in. He continues fighting for justice and his freedom. When the right time comes, Andy decides to make a daring escape from prison. After digging through tunnels and crawling through dirty sewers, Andy makes it out of Shawshank. But at this point, he needs to change his clothes because he really stinks. Small matter. So after changing his clothes and taking several baths, Andy is back. The real Andy before prison. He changes his name and moves to another state. There is one big plot twist. I might get promoted for saying either that or I might get shot. I'm not sure. I'm sorry, haters of Batman. Stephen King made me do this, okay? Okay, so here's the big plot twist. In truth, Andy never actually did escape. What? This is because Andy was a secret agent pretending to be guilty man this whole time. The truth is, Andy is actually Batman or Bruce Wayne. I'm Batman. He was on a mission to investigate the happenings at Arkham Asylum. I'm Batman. The true villain, Batman, is Red, played by Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman is Batman's arch nemesis, Two-Face. Oh, a man who framed him for a murder Batman didn't commit. The whole time, Batman is playing both Red and the prison warden. The daring escape does actually happen, but it's just a way to throw off Red from his scent. Batman. In the film Batman, The Dark Knight Rises, Batman gets thrown in prison as Bane frames him for raping his girlfriend Talia. Batman doesn't retaliate immediately to the situation. Instead, he waits for the perfect situation before escaping once again. The time frame in which Batman was in that prison that Bane threw him in was 6 months. This is significant. See, Batman is a trickster. You should never trust him, my friends. So, we're looking at it from this point of view. The entire movie Shawshank Redemption, the events happen over a period of a few months, maybe 6 months or even a year. But because Red hates Batman so much, in his head is like, this happened for so long because he was so happy to see his enemy in prison. So Batman is possibly in there for just 6 months and then he leaves, or he comes back, he leaves, he comes back as a secret agent. It's crazy. Sorry about that, guys. That's the big plot twist behind the masterpiece Shawshank Redemption. In 1979, Stephen King wrote The Long Walk. The story was about a marathon involving at least 1,000 men. They have to compete for many days until the end, when the winner is chosen. The competition is grueling, with a combination of virtual reality and actual horror existing between the scenes. What I really mean is, none of it is real. Participants are all walking on a treadmill for miles and miles without stopping. It's part of a big video game used by the government to test the resilience of their young citizens. The first adaptation of The Long Walk was The Running Man, featuring Arnold Schwarzenegger. It came out in 1987. It was really brilliant. But there's a new adaptation which has come out. Actually, 2 movies involving a running man, or walking man. Okay, so back to the story. In order for one to win the competition, they must use illusions, downright forms of cheating, to tempt their opponents in the video game into quitting. This form of banter can be compared to the wisecrack comments that your opponent has when playing Call of Duty. You can't play video games, you stink, your grandmother better than you. The idea is to get into your opponent's head until they fall off and quit, okay? So now the situation is the mayor's son has secretly entered the competition. The whole thing is rigged for him to win, with his opponents sabotaged continuously by the soldiers who create a mirage, illusions of ghosts and all that ghostly stuff. The main top dogs, who are mostly black, have no chance of winning. In fact, once they begin walking the deadly path, they are haunted by ghosts. Ooh, zombies and relatives who keep urging them to give up and quit. Quit, you are a loser. The ghosts keep whispering on top of their voices until the favorites lose their mind and act out senseless. I can't take it anymore. They literally want you to commit suicide before you hit the finish line. All these things exist only in the minds of those playing the game. The truth is, danger is real. If the color of your skin doesn't match that of the one the mayor intends to win, then it's trouble for you, my friends. I got trouble on my mind. Trouble on my mind. The rules of the game are that each person must walk a lengthy distance and keep a steady pace without stopping. If you stop for more than 5 minutes, then you will be executed. Gonna gun you down. That's only for the white participants. For the black participants, it's a little bit different. They give it only 60 seconds, after which you better be running and catch up quick, or else you'll be executed, goddammit. And that's on side by a gun which goes bang bang. Those shots don't actually cause you to die, but the people who are shot are eliminated from the video game. Thank God for that. At least no one dies. But there's a catch. For the blacks, each time someone is shot in the game for not completing the daring mission, they receive an electric shock, which could severely injure them. On the other hand, for those white men who are eliminated from the game, they're given many chances to take a break and come back to join the marathon. Are you sure you're done? Come on, just take a break. Take a breather. Failure to which they are finally executed. But there is a painless and fun thing about it. In fact, they're rewarded with consolation prizes for taking part in the daring run. Thanks for participating, my dear lovely white citizen. Continue to be white and lovely. The segregation of the competition leads many men to want to kill the white citizens responsible for organizing the death-defying event. Why, I oughta take you out. They often choose to demonstrate their frustration and anger by protesting violently during the competition. They insult the police and even threaten the soldiers. F the police, who are heavily armed with real ammunition. Oh, I'm just gonna shoot you and you're gonna be dead, okay? Just in case things get out of hand. The mayor's son was hired to join the run and sabotage all the black men. His secret mission is to ensure only a white man can cross the finish line finally and win, and that is here. During the race, he befriends the strongest contender, that is the man of black and Asian origin or descent. He makes a deal with the black men. If they throw the race and agree for him to win, then he will not tell his father to send them to prison. Make me win, make me champion, and you ain't going to jail. Okay, man, you can have it your way. This action frightens them so much that they agree to not only work with him, but to help him sabotage the favorites. That is his best friend, the black man called Rigby, and other black friends of Rigby who joined the competition.
What, walk me a while?
Yeah, I do, Pete.
You boys are the answer. The long walk is the answer.
I'm Ray Garrity. You can call me Ray.
Prima Greens.
Hank Olson's the name. Walking's my game.
And so Mordecai is a secret agent pretending to be the best friend of Rigby, when actually he wishes to sabotage everything about him and his existence on planet Earth. I'm gonna get rid of him. Mordecai seems like the strong one, encouraging everyone to peacefully run the marathon. He picks up strangers from the crowd and helps them get up, continue the run, or continue the journey on the long walk to the world. Mordecai is the chosen one. I love you, Mordecai. If he was to win, it would be so perfect and wonderful. Because look at how helpful he is to his friends and even the younger kids. Truth is, all of this is an illusion created by Mordecai and the government. Mordecai is their secret weapon to get to the black man and quickly sabotage his run. When the run gets really serious, some of the participants pretend to be delirious. One runner fakes having diarrhea and defecates in the middle of the road before getting up really slow. Oops. I got this shit. Alright, young man, we've had about enough of you and your shits. He falls to the ground. The soldiers slowly count him out. Okay, I'm gonna give you 30 more seconds. Since he's a white person, he's given the chance to rest before returning a few days later. Get some sleep. Make sure that you get plenty of water and rest to come back to finish the race. Okay. The whole situation was fake to psychologically mess with Rigby. Hopefully, he was so disgusted that he would stop running and give up the entire competition because I'm gonna be sick. Rigby ends up falling and vomiting, but he doesn't quit. He continues to run on his quest with his best friend Mordecai by his side. Rigby feels encouraged to walk and just glide almost close to the finish line. As the game approaches the final stretch, all the white men give up and call it quits. This doesn't sit well with the government. Can't have no colors for winning this damn here race. Get back in line, soldiers, stupid maggots. Because white men are encouraged to continue the race. They're given days off and allowed to return ahead from where they left. Okay, we shall raise the prize money to $10 million if you white men continue running. I will not have a colored winning this game. Okay. So they're giving days off and all that and extra prize money. But still, the resilience is just not there. It's not enough as none of them are resilient except one. Only one person is resilient. And who is that? Mordecai, the lovable ninja. He's by far the strongest white guy. He continues running and running, but in truth he is fatigued and faking the whole thing. This guy's a cheater. The whole time Mordecai was running, he had at least 6 or 7 body doubles. Okay, I smell trouble. What do you mean by body double? He is cheating. Sometimes it's not him who is walking, but a twin who steps in for him. Mordecai has a number of clones who can morph into different forms and help him run and win. He's using dark magic and Hollywood theatrics to create the illusion that he is the strongest one. I'm very strong. I'm courageous. I love people. I don't even want the prize money. I'll just give it back. I love babies. Damn, this whole time he has been faking. Yep, and it's very depressing. Rigby was convinced he was winning only because of the encouragement of his best friend Mordecai. What he didn't know is that his best friend Mordecai is not a hero but a villainous as F, yo. Towards the end, Mordecai ends up convincing all the major runners to quit by mysterious circumstances. Guys, fake the whole diarrhea thing again. Better yet, just get delirious and run in all directions, capiche? Got it, boss. Don't send me to prison. Some of them attack the police officers before being shot of. I don't like you guys. Others die by pneumonia and diarrhea. They fake injuries just to walk off the scene and allow Mordecai and Rigby to be the final ones to win. Ta-dum, ta-dum. And then there were 2.
This for me?
I'm so sorry, Mom!
It matters, man.
You're right. Every moment matters, especially at the end.
What, walk me a while?
Yeah, I do pee.
Ultimately, Rigby has the ability to win, but at the last minute he gives in. I'm gonna let this guy win. He falls back, allowing Mordecai to go up to the finish line. No, Rigby, no! Mordecai is heartbroken. He doesn't want his best friend to die, and so he goes back to save him from what appears to be suicide. He helps him up. Come on, man, we gotta finish this together. He then quickly switches bodies with him. To the audience, the white man falls back and is murdered to allow Rigby to win. But what actually happened is Mordecai and Rigby switched bodies. How did they do that? Well, witch doctor stuff. Rigby made a deal with the witch doctor Mordecai that if he switched bodies with him at the end and allowed Mordecai to cross the finish line looking like him, then Rigby would not be jailed. For what? For the offense of outshining the white man. Okay, you can't be that good. And so against all forms of logic, Rigby agrees to this wicked plan. The audience see Mordecai falling back and losing, and Rigby winning. We have a winner, and it's the man Rigby! Amazing! $4 million, but you're not gonna get any of it because you're black. But it is in fact the white man who ends up winning, and not Rigby. He just shapeshifted into the form of Rigby to win. But why not just win as you? Because Mordecai wanted to ruin Rigby, the winner's reputation. As soon as Rigby wins, the Major asks him what his grand wish is. Alright, son, what you wanna wish for? You can have anything in the world. He requests for a gun from the police, and so he's giving it. Give me the copper. As soon as he receives the gun, Rigby takes a deep breath before firing it at the Major. Pow, 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 pow. Oh my god. He assassinates him, or so it seems. What actually happened was the Major faked his death to allow Mordecai to frame Rigby for killing him. The story is very complex and just bizarre as F. Why on earth would Mordecai dressed as Rigby do that? To make sure the reputation of the black man, regardless of how much he wins, is ruined, okay? The story was controversial and very compelling. It draws comparisons between the lives of different races. If life really is a rat race, then some of the people who are winning must be cheating because some have it much harder than others, okay? Stephen King wrote the story to allow us to examine our privileges. What does it mean to be black or white? How does our respective race give us an edge in the fight? What fight? The fight for our lives. In 2025, Hunger Games and I Am Legend film director Francis Lawrence was hired to create a live-action version of The Long Walk. The result was outstanding. Currently, the film has an amazing score of 88% on Rotten Tomatoes. It has been voted one of the films of the year by far. Son of Hollywood legend Philip Seymour Hoffman, a man called Cooper Alexander Hoffman, is the Golden Globe nominated star of Tomorrow. In The Long Walk, he plays the main character, Garrity, or Mordecai. Mordecai is the sly fox, the nice guy who ultimately stabs his best friends in the back. That hurts. Ow. Introducing Dave Johnson, a 32-year-old British phenom well known for playing a synthetic human who double-crosses his friends by working with aliens in the smash hit Alien Romulus. Dave is also known for the romantic comedy Ray Lane. He is regarded as one of the best young actors, and for good reason. In The Long Walk, Dave Johnson gives a performance that deserves an Oscar as the black man called Rigby. He is best friend to Mordecai, and during the race offers valuable motivation to all the other guys. The film The Long Walk was absolutely exhilarating, a fast-paced version of the Hunger Games with many twists and turns. The film is about 100 young men chosen to participate in the marathon. The one who wins gets a lottery of $4 million. The lottery is rigged as only the white men are allowed to enjoy the winnings. Whenever a black man wins, they are framed for murder or committing some insane and heinous crime leading to them being disqualified. You're disqualified, you're too black. The film uses actual real-life experiences of Kenyan marathon runners, the strange things they experience when trying to win a marathon against the odds. The film thus serves as a huge critique of sports. Is it really worth it watching if most of the time we know who is gonna win? God bless the underdog. May fortune be in their favor forever. Shout out to Hollywood legend and star of Star Wars, Mark Hamill. The guy now famous for playing skips on regular show reprises his role in the show. He's the Major who sets up the whole competition. With that being said, The Long Walk serves as a live-action version of the smash hit comedy science fiction show Regular Show. Whoa! So that means Mordecai this whole time is the bad guy. Whoa! And Rigby, the good guy. Okay. Sorry for ruining TV for you guys yet again. Last of a dying breed. I'm gonna make it no matter what. I'm the last of a dying, the last of a dying breed, the champion.